50 Penny is uncovering Jay-Z and Beyonce for purportedly doing ceremonial penances. And it seems as though 50 is saying Jump will do in a real sense anything to remain on top, you realize. I mean, you got specific folks that are their connections made them so strong like in our business that they can't be moved like 50 Penny. And Jay-Z's quarrel has been happening for a really long time, yet Biddy, as of late, uncovered that he's not keen on fixing the relationship. And that is on the grounds that he supposedly has inside information on Jay and B's forfeiting individuals who impede them. And this isn't even whenever we first heard that Jay-Z killed numerous individuals to clear a path for himself. Miguel was who placed Jay-Z on without an inquiry, and afterward enormous L passed on. And afterward the before you know it Jay-Z. And afterward you realize he begins clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Big Deal. And doing tunes with Big Deal. And building a functioning kinship with Honeycombs. And otherwise known as Diddler, I mean Diddy Eyes for Beyonce. She was blamed by her previous colleagues for doing black magic and fitty. Once guaranteed that Beyonce attempted to hop him over his quarrel with J. Kimberly Thompson, a previous drummer for the vocalist's All Young Lady band, is blaming Beyonce for get this outrageous black magic and enchantment spells, and the homicide of my pet feline. Yet what does Fitty truly have some familiarity with Jay-Z and Beyonce's reputed forfeits? And did he truly verge on being their casualty? Was assembling it, so I think they actually harbor a few energy towards me for the most significant length of time. Jay-Z and Beyonce were viewed as unapproachable, and every individual who had something pessimistic to say regarding them was marked a skeptic anyway. Their power couple status no longer holds weight in light of the fact that various industry insiders as of late begun approaching with upsetting tales about the genuine JB. One of these individuals is 50 Penny, who allegedly has a ton of soil on Jay-Z and Beyonce and their supposed contribution in Hollywood penances. To give you some setting, urban communities fight with Jay-Z has been stewing for more than 20 years, and which began as a cordial contention, transformed into something considerably more serious. 50 first discharged shots at Jay on his 1999 melody, How to Ransack, and Jay fought back on its hot. Some like it hot with the scandalous line, I'm about $1, what the feff is 50 pennies anyway? When Jay did a meeting with Angie Martinez in 2002, he asserted that he addressed 50, and it was all adoration. You realize I just have an animal groups, slight your record, definitely I like that record, it was hot. Yet you realize I got a spanky canines, that was the discussion, no question, do your thing right oak. Yet it truly wasn't all affection, since Jay kept sneak dissing 50. And 50 blamed Jay for purchasing his direction to the top is a colossal distinction in energy universally in the event that 50 Penny and Jay-Z. As a matter of fact, his biggest selling record sold 400. Furthermore, 30-something thousand duplicates my biggest selling records, plural 2 of them sold 5 million, that is get rich or pass on attempting and slaughter so it's an enormous distinction in who we are with one another, universally allowed them to be tricked in America. I believe there's a contest there since America could be bought you can get it. With promoting dollars the issue with Jay-Z's God Complex telling Drifter in 2009. He has a ruler complex. He believes he's effing Jesus, this Jehovah's. And in a similar meeting, 50 blamed Jay for deceiving his previous Rockefeller craftsman Beanie Siegel. I think Jay was saying, Rock La Familia, we family, it's the Rockefeller pack. And afterward, utilizing customary business strategies, 50 told Drifter he didn't have their inclinations as a main priority. He was doing how he needed to help himself, yet 50 isn't the main individual who blamed Jay for stepping on many individuals to get to the top. Previous guardian Uncle Ron, as of late, became famous online on TikTok, with claims that Jay-Z and Beyonce obliterated numerous specialists throughout the long term. I know such a great amount about you. And what you've done, I know, such a huge amount on how you get what you are, music. The way in which you ventured onto many individuals. Music beyond how you all finished Carrie Hilson's profession. Since she expressed something about you, that is the way contemptuous you folks, or the way you step on anyone to remain on the top and afterward Panther Wright, who truly used to work for Jay-Z, claimed that a many individuals who were near Jay, like Enormous L, either kicked the bucket or had their vocations annihilated, so Jay could move to the top whenever I first at any point saw Jay-Z, or even heard him spit around, was at a MC Fight Road fight in New York. Yet he didn't appear as Jay-Z. He didn't appear as the most sizzling rapper on the road. He appeared as that was with large L music. Find happiness in the hereafter, be great, find happiness in the hereafter, large L. Definitely one of the dopest, no doubt, was who placed Jay-Z on, undoubtedly, and afterward large L kicked the bucket. And in the before you know it, Jay-Z discussing penances. There's likewise been a ton of tales among hip jump fans that Jay forfeited our symbol Aaliyah, so Beyonce could move forward Aaliyah's hatchet. And Jay's previous colleague, Woman Run, guaranteed that Jay made a good attempt to get with Aaliyah anyway. Aaliyah wasn't keen on Jay like that. And in 2001, she unfortunately lost her life in a plane accident in the Bahamas. And that very year, the insane thing about Aaliyah's demise is that many individuals accept she was forfeited on the grounds that observers uncovered that she was given a narcotic and conveyed oblivious on the plane. Kingsley Russell, who was 13 at the time, was in the vehicle that drove Aaliyah and her group to the air terminal for their return trip to Miami. As per Kingsley Russell, they removed her from the van, and she didn't realize she was getting loaded up on a plane. Other than that, woman likewise uncovered that Jay-Z knew that R. Kelly, but he wouldn't cut attaches with him. Yet what I didn't comprehend is I resembled I know I'm not with that, and due to the ethical test, and him picking one way, I knew ethically we weren't a similar word, so to me Rockefeller was the funk it was over, was very much like, not to say unpardonable, but rather I was unable to comprehend it. You understand what I'm talking about again. I didn't see how individuals didn't. I thought, well, individuals won't have that. Yet no one said nothing. Additionally, we can't fail to remember that Mary J. Blige once alluded to Aaliyah's demise as a profound homicide, and however she would not expound on what she implied, by that most would agree that she knows something about that plane mishap that we don't. I realize that that was a homicide, you understand. What I'm talking about, I was a genuinely murder, regardless of whether individuals know it. Since God won't kill individuals, I could go further. Many individuals I would need to truly bring you understand what I'm talking about for what I realized. And she just was chopped down in the wrongdoing of her life. And it's so unreasonable. And it wasn't occurring. Yes, it wasn't. I accept it wasn't her opportunity to go in light of the fact that from what I realize it should go down like that. You realize this straightforward submission, like you realize your stomach. Generally cautioned you it resembles your dead never misleads you. And something like gear and garments and gems. And this franticness that we love is perform. I don't have to truly take a gander at the master plan at the present time in view. At how entertaining concerning Beyonce, she's confronted her reasonable part of allegations about doing black magic and performing penances. And these charges came straightforwardly from individuals who worked with Beyonce for a really long time. In 2018, Beyonce's previous drummer of 7 years, Kimberly Thompson, blamed Beyonce for doing outrageous black magic. And she even petitioned for a limiting request against her. This has been happening starting around 2006. And it's recently been deteriorating and more awful and more awful. And for quite a while I set this individual up in place of worship. I love them. I'd send messages, freely cheerful birthday. And everything, and the whole time this individual was spells and controlling me. And controlling my work circumstances, my connections, simply a wide range of things, and afterward more. As of late, Beyonce's previous dance, Commander Ashley Everett, who worked with Beyonce for very nearly 10 years, was discovered preferring a progression of obscure posts and remarks about Beyonce, including one about Beyonce being a devil. This post referenced to Discourse by writer Jackie Slope Perry, who as of late turned into a web sensation, subsequent to asserting that craftsmen like Beyonce and Kalani are utilized as mannequins to advance evil music. I don't have the foggiest idea who let us know you became a witch to be dark. You are not more dark by participating in black magic. That is as yet spreading a racial oppressor lie that individuals of color in Africa didn't know Jesus. Since we are ladies who will cherish God with our entire existence, and the entirety of our psyche and our entire existence, we won't copy the disgusting acts of the countries. I'm furious that the people pulling the strings in virtual entertainment, and in culture, and in music, and in Beyonce's music, and in Kalani's music, and afterward anything that the other in a middle, like I'm irate that they are genuinely attempting to persuade us that all mysticism is something similar, and we have processed this pollution. And this we need so terrible not to be legalistic, that we truly become foul concerning 50 penny. He recently asserted that Beyonce truly attempted to hop him over his quarrel with Jay-Z. And the way Fitty depicted this occurrence made it sound like Beyonce was truly moved by Beyonce. Hopped down, he leaped out. She resembled on a windowsill right, who was in Vegas. She expressed, come on, I'm conversing with him. She leaped out, she resembled. And I'm similar to stand by the thing, is she doing music? So who was in this hit me? I'm conversing with Jason Gracious. __. See this, they're going to hop you nah. She king like she was prepared, like that's something planned to occur. And I'm like, yo, hold up, he's losing me now, since I don't know precisely how to answer by the manner in which Kanye West additionally, as of late asserted that Beyonce and Jay-Z are constrained by the elites. And he called attention to how in Hollywood, many individuals associated with these enormous stars either pass on or vanish under dubious conditions. You get what I'm talking about. They have some control over Shaq. They have some control over Charles Barkley. They had some control over